YouTube, back again with another tournament video, and this time it's gonna be a banger. So let's get straight into it. First off, I broke my red launcher grip. It broke during practice. I have no idea how it broke. I had to switch between my L launcher and my right launcher all day today between my blue grip. It was very annoying. First matchup was against a judge. I had went against him before, and I think I lost him before, so this time was my rematch for me. We started off with both Pegasus Blast and Meteor Dragoon. Meteor Dragoon is fantastic bay. It loves this kind of matchup because the thing is about this kind of matchup that CX topple over very easily, and then spin stealing with that is just done up for CX. Next up, Charge Scale versus Wizard Rod. Just a little tip, not tip, I'm sorry, little thing. Charge Scale was not supposed to be here. It was supposed to be Kobo Dragoon, but Kobo Dragoon in practice kept on bursting at a sneeze. You sneezed on it, it'll burst. So I said no thank you. I almost hit someone there. You saw that there, that I almost hit somebody, and because people kept walking back and forth consistently for some odd reason during whenever I was launching, but not after or anything, so I did hit someone, and then again I know that someone was coming behind me, so I had to hold back a little bit and almost hit someone else again. I was like, yo, what's going on today? So I went to go tell the organizer, can they remind people to not walk back and forth like that, and I still did get the pocket, thankfully. Next up, Wizard Rod on Wall Ball for Search Scale. My idea behind Wizard Rod is that I wanted to be Hexia Rod, but not have to lose much defense. Wall Ball is good for that. It still gets a little bursty because, you know, it's Wall Ball, it's still in a bit, but it's not as really unpredictable as Hexia is. Hexia, I have not been liking for a while. I actually been like hating it for recently on Wizard Rod, so I be trying to find something different. I found Little Orb to be working really well. I found Wall Ball to work really well. It's just that Little Orb would get stuck on those little hole things, so I didn't want to try it. Here, I wanted to see if I could just finally close this game out with Meteor Dragoon. I was hoping and praying that how it went, and lucky for me, we wound up on attacks and pocket automatically. I did get a little scared there, but good. Next matchup, I am going against a really good friend here. I hoped that when he the first bait I would see was not going to be another Dragoon, which I thought he was going to run. He didn't. It was Start Scale on kick, and I was just very surprised by the kick thing. I was like, wait, someone actually used something besides like LR or Rush on Shark or Free Ball or Little Orb. I was very surprised. Lucky for me, because most of the time Shark is really small or shorter, so it's really hard to spin still off of him, and this time just because you were just like near the same height, it was easy. Next up, I think this is Aero Pegasus. I can't remember how the red one looked. This is my first time seeing it ever live, and because of it, you know, pocket streamed me very easily. Next up, we have Wizard Rod versus Wizard Rod. This is what Wall Ball was for. It was to counter the Hexia bit like Little Orb could do, but the difference was that I don't want it to lose to anyone else with Little Orb because Little Orb is still burstable, so I tried to like accumulate for that, and Wall Ball did its job, but I do self practice. That's the problem, chat. I said chat. That's the problem, guys, is that I don't have anyone to practice with, so I can't tell if something's really good or I'm just like doing it horribly in practice. So I thought Wall Ball would do a better job against Hexia all day today. It did really well than I thought it would do against like other baits and stuff like that, but Hexia, I feel as though I missed the mark with it. I feel as though it was like a hair away from really, really good. But to be fair, I did scrape a little bit because I'm not used to the height of this yet, so I had to get used to the height here. And lucky for me, I got used to it a little later. Here we go get the Sharp Mirror. It looked like he put a little too much twist into his launch and a stream, I'm sorry. And lucky for me, we were 4-on-4. Once I saw the shuffle and I saw Wizard Rod there, I was like, okay, all I have to do is sit here and just I'll spin him. Meteor Dragoon is perfect for this role because I put that there just in case I can't get the game and we're going to be like in a little matchup thing. So lucky for me, I did pick right. Now here's the issue. I'm not running 760 because my 760s, most of them are really like loose. All of them are really loose. So I gotta find out some way, some shape or form I want to do it without it, and I went with 960. Someone suggested it to me, and I went with 960. It wasn't really bad this tournament. The issue is I feel as though if I went with 760, I probably would have did a lot more better with my LAD. Because my LAD was there, but it was lackluster. Sometimes I was just straight up drop, and sometimes I would have LAD, and I was like, that's not really good. See by hair that I lost with that, and unfortunate. Next up, we have another opponent here. Look at this cool tattoo. This is from my favorite anime of all time. I didn't notice that till I was editing the video. uh, and we started off with 2 powerhouses of attacks. Surprisingly, these two don't be knocking each other out all day today tournament. I don't think I ever got a knockout on a shark with a Meteor Dragoon, or a shark got me out. I think. Don't quote me on it. We still got a video to go. And it looks like I have an easy time to deal with Shark. I thought because he was shorter, I was gonna have a harder time spin still, but he did put too much twist on that, not tilt. He put too much tilt on that launch. Here, I got the easier stream. It did not snipe each other. They did not snipe each other. I did land before I hit him, so thankfully. And here, he used Pegasus Blast against Wizard Rod. Here, I am scraping way too much. That's what I get for putting too much tilt. But I'll be trying to do the tech, and I'm getting better at it, but I have to figure out that the height is messing me up a little because I don't practice at this height. I practice with a little higher height. So I didn't know how much tilt should I put into the launch. I don't normally consider Pegasus Blast a really good defensive stance type bag, and I still don't really consider it. I think it's okay compared to other bays, but to, like, you know, Wizard Rod, Shark Scale, not particularly good. That's why it's better as an attacker because it's so heavy. And I like to say here is that surprisingly, the scraping from earlier definitely did its job, because here you see Wizard Rod a little wobbly. I was getting even more scared, just hoping that Rod was to stay up, but as we get further and further down the line, you see Rod here starting to lose his posture, going a little down a little bit, and he gets out. I was very surprised. I mean, the judgment in that. Next up, Rod versus Shark Scale. I have to hope and pray that he doesn't burst me. You see me that I ran all the way up to the B side, top B side. Hopefully he didn't touch me. He countered it, of course, but lucky for me that Shark Scale couldn't get a really good hit in on Wizard Rod or take him out to a pocket. So all I had to do was just sit there and just hopefully win the game, not get a surprise little late game burst, which clearly does not happen here. So thankfully, and I win. Next up, we have something that's, I don't think I ever fought this guy before, and I'm just like had no idea how he plays at all. And of course, he started with Wizard Rod first. I was like, whoa, that's surprising. Not a lot of people start off with Wizard Rod. That was something really, really new for me. I didn't know what to do with that. I was like, oh, well, lucky for me, I put the right bay out first all the time. Because if you know me and if you watch my videos regularly, when I do tournaments, I always have my lineup the same every single time. And then when I do a shuffle, most I switch my bays most of the time, depending on how I feel as though the person gonna go with. If they're on the last point, I most likely go with like my powerhouse decided to knock out their bay that's trying to like a Rod. Let's say a Rod is going there and I try to counter it with a good attacker. I love the spin out there. I did a horrible launch there with Shark Scale. So it was the relaunch. They get a point, unfortunately. And then I gotta go again. So they're now 2-0. And then I try to hold back on a little tilt, which I didn't. I thought I was going to do better, but I guess I didn't, because now I'm sitting here scraping, being all open for a whole wyvern to just beat me around. And I just like was just sitting there thinking to myself, why did I do all that? I was just doing way too much, trying to get used to this, how the stadium is so low now for me. So I just had to, like, you know what, let me just change it up a little bit. I tried to run, he countered it with Shark. Lucky for me that Shark didn't do too many big old hits. It did, but you know what I mean, it didn't get me to a pocket or anything like that. And all I had to do was sit there and win with Wizard Rod, which is very, very just so good, because everyone, remember, like I said, 150 was legal today. I'm sorry I didn't say it, but 150 was legal today. Of course, not everyone have it, so what they had to do was customize it, and now everyone was running 150 Shark, and it's very scary because that thing will burst you within seconds. I like 150. It feels powerful, it looks nice, and I feel as though Shark will abuse it when it comes out fully. Here, I tried again with my Meteor Dragoon. I tried to see if I could catch up with points, but I put too much courage in my launch, and I got a stream, which is very unfortunate for myself, and I lose there. But I'm not out there running yet. I tried to see if I could keep on going. Here, I never met this person either. I tried my best to see what I could do with it. Or we're going to the pocket, come back out, which is very unfortunate. He tried to pocket me. Lucky Goon only just jumped straight up and then came back in, lucky for me. And we go back and forth, a little power out the power. He goes to a pocket one more time, but no prevail. And I took the 1 point, which is very good. Next up, we have Shark versus, I'm sorry, can't think of the name at the current moment, but Wizard Rod, there we go. Just like, wait, what am I doing? I can't say the name. I tried to see if I could bully it around, which I didn't do all that well. I thought he was going to do a tech, so I tried to counter it. It didn't work. I thought he was going to do a reverse spin dash with the way he was looking, like he was launching, but I feel as though he changed it at the last second, and that's why I couldn't counter it. So I had to take a little hit to the walls for no reason, which lost stamina, which ultimately made me lose the point. And then we have to next up. Next up we have Raw versus Sarscale. See, I did get a little bit better with the tilt. I almost did go up to the B side, but the issue was Sarscale met me there. He countered it, but lucky for me, it wasn't good enough to hit a big hit to the point he put me in the pocket. He tried several times, which he only got it that one time. But lucky for me, wall ball is very good defensively, and I really enjoyed that bit so much. I actually truly love it. I'm actually putting on Mommy Curse, maybe. No idea yet. I actually truly enjoy Rod on it. Next up, we have, again, my Meteor Dragoon versus this Wizard Rod, which I thought I could come back for and abuse the fact that this spin stealing, but the spin still seems like it hasn't been on my side recently. I thought when people say it get worn, it would be a lot more better, but to me it don't seem like it. To me it's like it's a little worse now. And I was just sitting there like, what am I about to do here? Because I just been practicing with it a lot, and if that's the case, I'll just buy another one, 2 more, and just use one for practice, use one for tournaments, and use another one for a spare part. You know, because and plus Joe, it's also a really good part, so that's another good thing. So I lost that one too in the spin out, which is very unfortunate. Here we go with Rod again versus Sarscale. I tried to run away from it again. That thing made sure it counted me, got me into the pocket, and I lost 2 points there. I was like, oh my god, he's constantly, I gotta stop doing that with him. Which it was a little too late, because here we go with Shark and Hover. Everything looked fine at first, and all of a sudden Hover got under Shark and the burst. I was just like, oh my god. And then here my last round. Of course, I only have 3 losses. So I'm just thinking to myself, if I could just get very lucky here, I could possibly make it to the top cut. Hopefully. And I was just sitting there just trying my best to counter this person. I never met the person either, so I was just like, how do I figure this out? Can I get this right? Can I do everything right? And first off, I do get the draw, which I think Phoenix Queen won this a little bit. I can't fully tell, so I said, okay, let's continue, because I'm not going to play. But we set our bait up yet again, and this time I'm going to make sure that it's not a question this time. 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Here we go. Venus Dragoon preparing an attack. 1 big hit, 2, and then I think it's gonna be all small hits. Go around, boom, pocket. This time Meteor Dragoon said nope, not this time, no draws. Here we go with Sarscale versus, I think it was Meteor Cobra Dragoon, and immediately I get the stream right then and there. I was losing all hope right then and there. But then we go to the next one. I launch up. I'm not nervous or anything. I'm actually okay. And I go with Rod. I was trying to stay on the B side, the top B side a little bit more. I guess I messed up in the last second. But I am actually scared of Golden Rock, because Golden Rock is really recoily. If that thing gets a really good hit in a few times, it actually can destabilize you and either put you in a pocket, or it can destabilize you to the point that you lose a lot of stamina. Lucky for me, it wasn't good enough, because that thing is very scary and people don't realize it, and I honestly know how bad that thing could get. But next up we have Sarscale. Hopefully I get a good one here, and I do. I win it, I take it, and I'm thinking to myself that all I have to do is just wait and see. But unfortunately at this point I could not get top cut, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Hopefully when I go to another tournament I'll do better next time, but that's how things are. I feel as though I didn't do really too bad, but I feel as though I left way too much on the table. That's my problem. But honestly, I don't feel too bad. I'm not salty about this loss or anything like that. I feel really good about it. I hope that I have too much fun with Beyblade continuing, because this is a really good sport. Yeah, I just enjoy it so much. I just think that Beyblade is one of the best hobbies ever created. But that's it for me. If you like the video, like, subscribe. If you don't like the video, comment your reason why. Tell me what you think I should do to get better at tournaments, things like that. And yeah, just a little side note here. Earlier, like I said, that Sarscale is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be Cobra Dragoon. I don't. I just don't. I need a new 560 or something, or whatever it is. But other than that, hopefully I'll see you all later.